So back again for Q&As. This is video number 2. I'll leave the link to video number 1 down below, and I'm going to get cracking because we're going to be here on like video 3 at this rate. So starting with home questions, I have 2 home questions. Number 1, where do you get your decor ideas for your house from? God, loads of places really. Pinterest. I mean, you can't answer a question like this and not like mention Pinterest. Link to my Pinterest is down below. I love that, but I also get a lot of the ideas that I have come from like me sometimes, and just like my general style and things I like, and I tend to have be one of those people that if I see something in a shop, like just an item, like I don't know, a pillow, I'll see that pillow and then all of a sudden I'll start like having ideas of how I can like match colours with that. And I get a lot of inspiration from like home sites. I love Oliver Bonus, I love H&M Home, and I do like home magazines, but they're really expensive and I don't like to buy them. I also find Instagram really useful for inspiration too. Next question for home, do you own your own house? Yes, I do, but don't think that I'm just one of those superhumans that, you know, was overly sensible or something and got on the housing ladder. My parents were really brilliant in giving me some of the deposit for our first house, and I sold that when a couple of years ago, and I now have bought this one where I'm at now. Now we're on to parenting questions. I've got quite a few of these. What's your evening routine? Because this person said that they find it really hard on the days where she works to get home, do dinners, homework, prep for the next day, baths, etc. all fitted in. I don't know if it's different. Well, it is different, obviously. Not many couples have this, but me and Mark work together, so we start work at the exact same time and we get home at the exact same time. So it's very easy to work together at home in that respect as well, because we're all there at the same time and ready to go. But we start work early. We start work at 8:30 in the morning, so we obviously get up quite early to do that because we have to get to Manchester as well. We finish at 4:30, so we're actually home. We're home latest by 5:30. Mark sets William up here in the living room and they catch up and play and have a bit of boy bonding time, whereas I head into the kitchen and I will do tea. I have a meal plan, as you might know if you follow my blog, and that helps me massively because I can prepare ahead. Then we eat tea together as a family, always at the table, and then we have about half an hour of chilling before bath time. Mark goes up to give William a bath. I stay downstairs and wash up. I think he gets the better end of the deal, but I also think it's really important for William and Mark as like stepdad and stepson to bond and have lots of time together in that respect. Then I join them upstairs for books. We read 2 books, like one that I read and one that Mark's read before bed, and then we kiss William goodnight, and then he is in bed by 7:30, and then 7:30 I either die on the sofa, or quite often, to be honest, I end up doing blog work, or sometimes I'll watch telly with Mark, and that's what we do. How do you fit in all the housework at weekends but still have quality family time? Now, I just prioritise housework the minute I get up on a Saturday. I get up, I run around the house in my pyjamas, no word of a lie. I will set William up with breakfast straight away. I'll make sure he's happy. He loves to have a bit of time in the morning where he can watch a bit of cartoon and play with his toys. And it's then that I will sort the washing into 3 piles, into like darks, colours and whites. I will wash up any plates, put things away, I'll run the hoover around, I'll polish, and then I do all of this in my pyjamas, and then basically I clean the bathroom when I have a shower, so I'm there washing myself with one hand and washing the walls with another. And I just try and get it done as quickly as possible, because it's really important to me to get it out of the way, so then the rest of the weekend I can relax, and that is essentially what I do. So I don't have lie-ins very often, but I think that you can sleep when you're dead. That's my theory on life. How do you get stains out of little people clothes if you can? Haha. I'm in tomato stain hell at the moment. Well, with me, particularly with light clothes, if I get a stain on them, I kind of wet it straight away. I use like varnish and things like that, and I also try and get it in the wash as soon as possible. Acceptable untidiness levels. People go on all the time about how clean my house is, and like it's some sort of freaky thing and it's not normal, and maybe it's not, but I'm a big fan of the rule, like, as tidying up as you go, because I struggle to concentrate in a messy house. I just do. And William's been taught to not get all of his toys out at once. We also have a really cool like storage system from IKEA right over there that I'm looking at, that keeps all the toys out of the way and nice and tidy. Tips on games I can play with my soon-to-be 1-year-old, please. Gosh, what kind of games? Well, I can think of like activities more than anything else. Like, I love playing things like Play-Doh with William. I know he's like 2.5. Reading books is a massive thing. We sing songs. I remember definitely singing songs like Wind the Bobbin Up when William was younger, and teaching him things like that, and also like, you know, doing little puzzles and things like that. He really enjoys them. He's like quite a like visual creative kid, but just playing with them in general and getting down on the floor and like showing them how to like role play and like letting their imaginations grow. Like, I think most kids are just grateful for their parents to like take 10 minutes out and play. I'm sorry that's not very helpful, but I know who asked this question. You're an amazing mum anyway. What are the 3 key bits of advice you'd give to a teenage William? The first one would definitely be stay true to yourself. I was always you know, kind of the odd one out at school a lot of the time. I wasn't bullied or anything like that too much like I was earlier on, but I always stayed true to myself and I didn't really care about fitting in, and I feel like that was the right thing to do, because I've never ever lived life with massive regrets, and I've never ever felt like I've been a false person, and I'm proud of that, and I think you should own who you are and be happy in your own skin. Number 2, don't worry, be happy. I'm a huge worrier and it takes up a lot of my life, and it takes up, well, it takes away some happiness from me sometimes, because Mark always says like, just relax and live, like don't worry about tomorrow, like just focus on now, and he's so right, and he's so happy. He's such a lovely person to be around, so I really hope that William's more like him than like me. What's the last one? Make the most of people while you've got them, because you never ever know how long you've got them for. I hope you're listening, Bill. You better be listening. And then the last section of questions, life. What do you want to be when you grow up? Now, Kelly's asked this from Domestic Goddess, and I know that she thinks I'm a puppy because I'm 27, but in my head, like, I feel like I'm an old lady now because I have done a lot of things very young. But when I grow up a bit more, I just want to be happy. Like, when I was a younger girl, I wanted to be, you know, successful, rich, all of these things, and they mean nothing unless you have love and happiness. So yeah, that's a bit deep. That's why I grouped all of these questions at the end. Next one. Would you rather go back in time and meet your ancestors, or go way into the future and meet your great-great-grandchildren? As much as I would love to know about the people who have gone before me, I'm kind of that feeling that it's all in the past and you should never go back to the past. But I would love to see how my son's family turns out. And what's the next question? Would you rather have a pause button for your life or a rewind button for your life? As much as there are parts of my life again that I would love to go back to, like William's birth, even though it did rip my vagina to pieces, and they were amazing times, I would kind of, I'm happy where I am. I wouldn't want to go back because some things have been really hard. As you might know if you followed me for a number of, like a length of time. I think I would just like to pause it for a little bit and just take in the moments that life feels too rushed for me to take in sometimes. Like, I work full time and I struggle to capture onto the moments that I see mums enjoying every single day, like through social media and stuff, because they are at home with their kids, and sometimes it is really hard for me to know that I'm missing out on those moments. So sometimes I'd like to pause time and run back to wherever William is and just see what he's doing in that moment. That probably sounds a bit tearjerkery, but it's one of my only regrets. What is exciting you most for this year? Probably having our house done up, to be honest. Everything's with the solicitors now and it's almost done, and we've been talking to a builder and we've got ideas in our heads and we're waiting for an architect to draw some things up, and it's all very hectic and crazy. But I'm so excited about that, because when that's done, that means I can hopefully try for another baby with Mark, which will be really nice. But for a while we're gonna have to wait and prepare first, because, you know, otherwise this baby's gonna be sleeping in our sock drawer, which isn't cool. And the final question, where do you see yourself in 5 years' time? I think we'll still be living in this house. I think we will have we'll have an almost 8-year-old, and we will have hopefully a 3-year-old, which is crazy. I definitely hope I'm with Mark, because I do feel like that guy is, you know, him that we're all looking for, or her. You know, that person. He is that person for me. He's my absolute best friend, and as long as I have him and as long as I have my family and my friends, then I don't really care about anything else, because that is all that matters to me. So thank you for watching. I'm sure that, like, you're bored of me and you know everything you could possibly want to know and more. But yeah, leave a link down in the comments below if you'd like to see this sort of video again, or whether you've got any requests. And yeah, thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.